work. We got our extension finished in 2003, and one of the things, there are many things that now take place in the village because of the village hall, is our farmers' market.
Do you eat a lot of vegetables?
I try to, yes, I must admit, not always fresh, it is a bit naughty. I should eat more. Thank you.
And did you say all this stuff is organic?
Yes, it is. Yep.
And is that grown on your? Is it a farm or a garden?
So
a nursery
large garden.
Large garden.
Yeah.
As long as there's some means of contacting, that's the main thing.
Well, we've been to Greenhead. It's been a very mild November. It's a wee bit chilly now, but here we are. It's the last Friday of the month. That means only one thing. It's the ALNWICK Farmers Market.
A big watch.
There you go. Thank you.
Thank you.
Perfect setting for a market. We're at the market cross in the marketplace in the market town of ALNWICK. So let's have a look at what the ALNWICK Farmers Market have got on offer.
There you go. Nice and fresh.
Well, Jimmy Bell, you are the landman.
Hello there, yes, welcome.
From Wingates.
From Wingates, yes.
That is in, tell me where it is, Northumberland?
It's in between Longhorsey and Rothbury.
Okay.
And there's a little ditty for Wingates. Windy, windy Wingates stands upon the hill, looking down on Todburn, even windier still. But never mind, you're here to talk about lamb.
Hey, dear me, we've got to start here, obviously. The bowler hat, is that your trademark?
It's an old traditional thing butchers used to wear years ago. They wore a bowler hat in the markets and what have you. And a dear friend of mine, Roger Buglas, who used to have the heavy horses, Roger gave it to me when he finished with the heavy horses and said, you should really wear that.
Goodness.
So we're doing a put on occasion. And they're really warm. They're quite warm actually, you wouldn't believe it, on the top of the head. Yeah, it's good.
I could do one of these. Are you a bit of a gardener?
Oh yes, and we've got quite a reasonable sized garden.
Why are you picking these?
I love the colour and the shape, it's unusual.
And I actually now am a trained butcher and I cut them up myself.
Do you?
And I bring them down to market and sell them to people. And people know me as the lamb man. That's the way I've done it. And it's people say, why don't you do beef? And I said, no, I don't grow beef on the farm. I just grow lamb.
Well, Jimmy the lamb man wouldn't grow beef, would he? I mean, he would be Jimmy the beef man.
That's £3, please.
Thank you.
Are you the only one that does smoke?
Only one that does smoked lamb, yeah. Doing smoked pheasant as well. We have pheasant on the farm as well. I'm doing smoked pheasant as well. We do a sort of lamb sausage as well. People say, why? Never heard of that before. We do the lamb man sizzler, and that's a sausage. And it's actually a German season that I use in there people like as well.
Well, do you know this, Jimmy the lamb man? I could stand here and listen to you all day, and I'm not surprised that you're so successful.
Well, thank you very much. Yeah,
thank you.
I enjoy doing it.
Thank you. What do you do when you're here?
We do
Apart
lots
from
of
going to the market?
walking, bird watching, enjoying
Running.
the scenery.
I'm a long distance runner still.
Oh, yeah, really?
And,
right.
Just love it.
What do you think is the sort of trademark for ALNWICK and Northumberland from the point of view of the market?
From the point of view of the market, it's local.
Right.
Stuff here is not travelled miles and miles. We're buying into the local economy.
Even though it's maybe a bit more expensive than the supermarkets?
But it hasn't travelled miles and miles to get here, so that's great.
So
But
it's
it's fresh
quality.
and it's lovely.
Well, it's another farmers market. We're in Morpeth, in the marketplace here, and with me today is the market champion, Nick Best.
It's a good opportunity for new businesses to start up, for people who want to sort of set up on their own. It's low cost, they can get instant feedback on their products. And you can get a good deal on the farmers markets because you haven't got the middleman. You can get a better deal than the supermarkets. And welcome to Morpeth.
Well, we found a spy from one of the supermarkets in the town here at the farmers market. Tommy, from Pegswood.
Yes,
Tell us who you work for.
I work for Morrison's.
And you're at the farmers market here because
well, just to have a look around, Bob.
right. Well, halfway between Alnwick and Morpeth is the village of Felton, and two young ladies from the village are down at Morpeth Farmers Market today. Do you come here often to the farmers market?
I think a lot of people forget that it's on, and then you sort of wander around on a Saturday and think, oh yeah, the farmers market's on, I'll pop in.
Yeah.
But I think when it's in the week, you've got to make a special,
Right, I got
there's
you.
a purpose to actually go. And people are at work, but Saturdays are generally a little bit better.
We're running about 18-20 stalls a market, which is reasonably good.
Haven't been on an overcast for 19 years because I used to work at Butterwell
Right.
and I was a labourer. And in 1996 I got made redundant. While I was out of work for about nearly 3 years, I got myself a job. I got the interview. I had a shirt and tie on.
Well, I know you come from Pegswood, which is not far away, and it's one of those places where the pits have closed and
That's
the
right.
whole area is a wee bit depressed in that manner. So how do you think farmers markets fit into that?
I used to live in Morpeth,
Right.
and I'm sure my mother used to bring me here.
People do cheat if they do start selling stuff that they don't make themselves.
So what's the worst scenario you've come across?
The worst scenario we've come across is somebody who's had such a successful business selling pies that they started buying in pies and carried on selling them. And in the end we had to say, look, this isn't working, you're going to have to go.
Do you frog march them off?
It doesn't need to be that. You just say either don't sell these or don't come back.
Well, out with Mummy on a Saturday morning, a blustery Saturday morning.
Very cold one.
Very cold one. Do you come to the farmers market quite often?
We do, yes. Most weeks we come along to the market.
Are you local?
And local, yes, just live in Bedlington.
Right.
But some people prefer the Morrison's, and
You don't think it's too expensive?
No.
No?
A little bit more expensive than you would pay in a supermarket, but you get the quality.
Good. Thank you very much.
No problem. Thank you.
What have you got? 50 pence?
20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 90, 10, 95 pence. Oh dear.
95 pence.
95. £1.
Well, you're almost at half a dozen eggs there.
Well, we might come back. Right. Well, you'll be here this afternoon, aren't you?
We're here at 2.
And I'm only just going up. I'm retired priest. I was 20 years in the North Tyne as Vicar of Hums Half Time and Vernon Walk. We retired a dozen years ago and came to live in Barden Mill. So I'm fortunately, thank God, well and able and sound in mind and heart and body and soul all in one piece. This is a very lively little community hall, village hall. There's always something going on here. And the church, quite a big church for a small place. I think everybody puts such a lot of effort into it that they all really should be supported and given praise and thanksgiving for the effort.
Cheerio, see you soon.
Well done, her.
Yes.
Goodness.
She's doing well.
Well done. How lovely. 90.
Yes. You're not there yet, Stanley.
Well, not far off. Another 9 years.
Not tomorrow.
Thank you. Thank you.
We keep a herd of pedigree Ayrshire cows here, And to complement their milk, we use a 17th century Ayrshire recipe, a very traditional Ayrshire recipe. First hard cheese to be made in Scotland, and the recipe was brought in from Ireland in 1688. It's a handcrafted cheese. The milk goes fresh, warm milk, straight into the cheese vat. It's cultured, renneted, and it's hand-worked. It takes until about 3 in the afternoon to complete the process. This cheese that we make is what Bobby Burns described in his ballad as the Ayrshire sweet milk cheese. And our customers seem to appreciate the uniqueness of it. It's very much an artisan product.